everyone. So this is video 2 in a series of how to knit the goddess washcloth. In the last video we talked about all the supplies. In this video we're going to do the backward loop cast on. There are a lot of different ways to cast on a knitting project, like countless ways to cast on a knitting project. And I feel like when I first started knitting, the cast-ons I was given were a little bit more complicated than the backward loop cast on. To me, the backward loop cast on is the fastest and easiest little cast on for any project. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a slip knot. And in order to create a slip knot, you're going to take your yarn like this, spin it over on top of itself, pull the long piece, so the piece that's connected to the ball, up through the middle, and pull it tight with the short piece. And what is a slip knot? A slip knot means that if I need to, I can just pull and it will undo itself. Again with the cat hair. Everything I knit is covered in cat hair. Okay, so one more time. You're going to loop it, push it up through that loop, pull it tight. Then you're going to take that loop and put it over one of your knitting needles, like so. Pull it tight. Don't pull it too tight. The number one issue I see with beginning knitters is the tendency to knit very tightly. Okay, so once you have looped your slip knot over your needle, you're going to hold your string with your pinky finger, maybe your ring finger, depending on everybody's hands kind of work a little different, so depending on how that works out in your hand. But the big point is to get your pointer finger and your thumb out like this. And then you're just going to, it's a backward loop, right? So you're literally going to flip it backward and put the needle through the back side of that loop and then pull it. And again, just like with the slip knot, don't pull it too tight. Leave yourself a little wiggle room because later you're going to put both needles inside that loop, right? So again, flip backward. And I'm just going to do that a few times just so you can see it. I'm holding the tension with my pinky. My pointer finger and my thumb are doing the work here. If one stitch comes out a little bit too tight, that's all right. Just do the next one a little looser. It'll all kind of even out in the end. I'm going to do that 45 times. I'm going to have 45 stitches on here. So 2, 4, 6, 7. And that includes that slip knot we started with. It can be one of your stitches. So I'm going to do that 45 times. I'm going to show you a few more and then I'll speed it up to get past that step. And again, you want to make sure that you're leaving these kind of loose. If you pull these super tight, you're never going to be able to stitch them because you're going to need to be able to put one needle, put both needles inside each stitch. So make sure you're doing it kind of loosely. And I did too many. So I'm going to knock the ones that I don't need off. Now that I have all 45 stitches cast onto my project, I am going to move to the next video, which is how to do the knit stitch.